Chalam Angulang Ayate Yatita Taman Bande Eguram Dinadayam Paramananda Maharam Sri Chaitanya Ishram Hari Om Tat Sat. So I was asked to speak about the departure of Pankajangari.
So I was asked to speak about the departure of Pankajangari.
You see, I was check on him when he was in the Bhakti Bhavan.
So you see, I would check on him when he was in the Vamsi Bhavan.
And the Mayapur doctor, Chut,
The Mayapur doctor, Sukhi Achyuta Das,
and my health team
and my health team
was overseeing his situation. They said that he was using a lot of oxygen.
So they said that he was using a lot of oxygen.
And maybe it would run out in Mayapur.
Maybe it will run out in Mayapur.
He was using like 60 liters a minute.
He was using like 60 liters a minute.
I mean, sometimes I needed oxygen. That was like 2 liters a minute.
Sometimes I would need oxygen that is like 2 liters a minute.
60 liters is a large amount.
60 liter is a large amount.
So one devotee, Buddhimanta Gauradas, was the head of ICU in the hospital in Howrah.
So one devotee, Buddhimanta Gauradas, he was the head of ICU in a hospital in Howrah.
So he said he made a special arrangement for Pankajangari.
So he said he had made a special arrangement for Pankajangari.
All the doctors at that time were recommending that Pankajangari go to the hospital.
So all the doctors at that time were recommending that Pankajangari Prabhu should go to the hospital.
At that time, one doctor said, there's never any problem for oxygen in the hospital.
At that time, a doctor said there is never any problem for oxygen in the hospital.
I asked, is that in Australia or that's in India?
So I asked, is that in Australia or it's that in India?
They said, anywhere.
They said anywhere.
No hospital has any problem with oxygen.
No hospital has any problems with oxygen.
Now we know that India has oxygen shortage.
So now we know that India has oxygen shortage.
But in this particular hospital, they didn't have.
But in this particular hospital, they didn't have.
So Pankajangari, at first, he didn't want to leave the Dham.
Pankajangari Prabhu at first, he didn't want to leave the Dham.
Then he agreed.
But then he agreed.
Since all the doctors were recommending. And as he left Mayapur, I was told by Shama Rasika Das.
As he left Mayapur, I was told by Shama Rasika Das.
And he said, keep the window open.
He said, keep the window open.
I want to see all the holy places of the Dham.
I want to see all the holy places of the Dham.
He was very Dham conscious.
He was very Dham conscious.
And he saw the places in the Dham. And he was talking about parikramas.
So he was seeing all the holy places in the Dham. He was talking about parikramas.
And very grateful for the mercy of the Dham.
He was very grateful for the mercy of the Dham.
Then he arrived in Calcutta.
And then he arrived in Calcutta.
In the hospital.
In the hospital.
and they gave a nice facility,
Then there they gave him nice facility,
and he didn't have any shortage of oxygen.
and he didn't have any shortage of oxygen.
But he was still using a lot.
But he was still using a lot.
So after some time, he said he didn't want to be incubated with a ventilator
He said he didn't want to be intubated with the ventilator
because he would be sedated.
because he would be sedated.
He wanted to stay conscious.
He wanted to stay conscious.
And now the doctor for him, they researched and they found that statistics
So the doctors forum they researched and they found out the statistics
of not so good for people of his age
it's not so good for people with his age
to have the ventilator.
to have the ventilator.
So, and they thought while he's still healthy, take him back to the Dham.
So they thought that while he is still healthy, take him back to the Dham.
And in the Dham, he may recover, or at least to be in the Dham.
So in the Dham he may recover, or at least to be in the Dham.
So, Vaishnavas, Vaishnava, they worked very hard to prepare a room in the senior brahmachari area.
So Brajavilas and Subhekshana Prabhus, they worked very hard to prepare the facility in the senior brahmachari area.
They got 50 jumbo size oxygen cylinders.
So they got 50
Jumbo
size oxygen cylinders.
They set up the room like an ICU.
So the room was like an ICU.
So then Pankajangari, he finally he reached Mayapur.
So then Pankajangari, he finally reached Mayapur.
And from the ambulance, he saw the Prahlad Narasimha deity.
So from the ambulance, he saw the Prahlad Narasimha deity.
He saw the Panchatattva.
Then he saw the Panchatattva.
And then he went to his room.
And then he went to his room.
Actually, the room wasn't set up fully.
So the room wasn't set up fully.
95%.
95%.
5% still had to do.
5% they still had to do.
He was in the ambulance.
So he was in the ambulance
till the next morning.
Till the next morning.
And then finally the oxygen hookup was complete.
So finally the oxygen hookup was complete.
So they shifted him to the room.
So they shifted him to the room.
And all the doctors would see him.
So all the doctors would see him.
And Sukhi Achut doctor, Sukhi Achut Das, he was doing the personal care.
So Dr. Sukhi Achut Das, he was doing the personal care.
And he was choosing, he was very happy in the Dham.
So he was very happy in the Dham.
Seeing that his oxygen assimilation, everything was looking better.
So it seems that his oxygen saturation was looking better.
And like that for some days, things they were looking good.
So like that for some days, things were looking good.
Then the oxygen saturation started falling.
And then suddenly the oxygen saturation started falling.
from 90 to 80
from 90 to 80
to 70
to 70
to 60
to 60
to 50
to 50,
40.
40.
Then they had this Ayurvedic doctor, and Yogendra Prabhu was a special massage for
And then,
Pankajangari.
and then they had this Ayurvedic doctor, Yogendra Prabhu. He was doing this special massage for Pankajangari Prabhu.
And the oxygen saturation started rising.
And the oxygen saturation started rising.
50, 60.
50, 60.
And Vaishnavas and Selection were out the whole night with him.
So Brajavilas and Subekshana were up the whole night. They were with him.
And the doctors from America, from South Africa, from Australia,
Doctors from America, from South Africa, from Australia,
were on the call,
who were on the call,
seeing his situation on the video,
seeing his situation on the video,
and giving some advice.
and giving some advice.
But at a certain point, although his oxygen saturation didn't go up,
But at some point, although his oxygen saturation didn't go up,
he was still moving his hand and things.
he was still moving his hands and doing things.
And outside there was kirtan going on.
And outside there was kirtan going on.
Then a little before noon, around noon, I don't know exact time.
And then
Around noon though, he left.
And then little before noon or noon, I don't know the exact time, around the noon he left.
He heard from Janivas.
We heard from Jananivas Prabhu
How being in the Dham is special mercy.
how being in the Dham is special mercy.
And you see that. See, I was very fortunate to have both Pankajangari and Janivas all the time when I'm here in Mayapur.
I was fortunate to have both Pankajangari Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu.
Of course, Pankajangari came a few years later.
Of course, Pankajangari came few years later.
But otherwise, most of the time, they're both here.
Otherwise, most of the time they are both here.
You heard he got some inspiration from some yogi.
You heard that he got some inspiration from some yogi.
Seek the white light.
Seek white light.
And how he saw the light coming from Prabhupada's eyes.
How he saw the light was coming from Prabhupada's eyes.
He has it, he has it, he has the light.
He has it, he has it, he has the light.
So, also Pankajangari described that he was in Benares.
Also Pankajangari described when he was in Benares.
And they saw some sadhu with a shaved head in the room.
He saw a sadhu with a shaved head in his room.
Wearing saffron.
Wearing saffron.
He wondered, who is this?
He wanted to know who is this.
And then he looked and it was Jananivas.
And he looked, it was Jananivas.
Who had already taken initiation from Prabhupada.
Who had already taken initiation from Prabhupada.
So Jananivas preached to him for a week.
So Jananivas preached to him for a week.
Then when he went back to the west,
and then he went back to the west.
He could see that all the people were completely boring.
So he was seeing all the people were completely boring.
Krishna consciousness was very exciting. Was very good.
Krishna consciousness was very exciting and was good.
So then he stayed in the Bhaktivedanta manner.
And then he stayed in the Bhaktivedanta manner.
You already heard how he got initiated there.
Then we heard that how he got initiated there.
Then he came to Mayapur.
And then he came to Mayapur.
We were very happy, very pleased. He came to Mayapur.
We were very happy and we was very pleased that he came to Mayapur.
and he was very dedicated to serving Prabhupada.
He was very dedicated in serving Prabhupada,
And Prabhupada appreciated both him and Janani.
Prabhupada appreciated both him and Jananivas,
And he actually spoke about that.
and he actually spoke about them.
He knew that very well.
So he knew that very well.
He knows the Bhagavad Gita that it says that someone who does not finish a devotee may be born in a family of devotee or a rich family.
So we know that in the Bhagavad Gita, if someone who doesn't finish, the devotee is born in a devotee's family or in an aristocratic family.
So at that time, there was no devotees in the West.
So at that time, there were no devotees in the West.
So he was born in a rich family.
So he was born in a rich family.
Unfortunately, as he turned out, his father squandered the money.
Unfortunately, as Jani was revealed, his father squandered the money.
My father he was a millionaire.
My father, he was also a millionaire.
He also squandered money.
He also squandered money.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so we're very happy that Pankajangari lived in the Dham,
I'm very happy that Pankajangari Prabhu, he lived in the Dham.
and I'm sure that the devotees have many realizations
I'm sure that many devotees have many realizations
they'd like to share.
that they would like to share.
So we know that Pankajangari, he was, the two brothers look alike, but you could tell the difference by their mood.
So you know that Pankajangari, the two brothers, they look alike, but you can tell them by their mood.
He liked a different humor.
He used to have two different humor.
And Janivas, not serious.
And Jananivas Prabhu, he's more serious.
Pankajangari, when he was sick,
So Pankajangari, when he was sick,
he said that he wants someone to come and tell jokes.
he said that he wants someone to come and tell him some jokes.
He liked to I like jokes.
He likes jokes.
So, but he was always thinking about the Holy Dham.
But he was always thinking about the Holy Dham.
And that's a special feature of Janivas Prabhu.
So that's the special feature of Jananivas Prabhu.
Pankajangari Prabhu.
I mean Pankajangari Prabhu.
Pankajangari, we know that he passed away because he got affected by this coronavirus.
So we know that he passed away because he got infected by this
that's the
coronavirus.
External reason.
But that is the external reason.
We know that although it's Krishna's plan.
So we know that although it is Krishna's plan,
but I just thought I should mention that.
I just thought that I should mention that
GBC is telling Mayapur devotees.
GBC is telling the Mayapur devotees
to be very careful.
To be very careful.
All the government prescriptions.
Follow all the government prescriptions. Regulations.
May 5th, government passed a order.
May 5th, the government passed a order.
Only 50 people allowed in the temple.
Only 50 people are allowed in the temple.
And people have to observe social distancing.
People have to observe social distancing.
Wear masks.
Wearing masks.
Wash their hands.
Wash your hands.
Do all the protocol.
Follow all the protocol.
So we also want to protect Janivas Prabhu,
We also want to protect Jananivas
and
Prabhu
all our Prabhupada disciples,
and all other Prabhupada disciples,
and all the devotees in Mayapur.
and all the devotees in Mayapur.
And if you don't follow, see, the government says that you're breaking the law.
If you don't follow, you see, the government says if you are breaking the law,
And that can be punished under the IPC,
and they could be punished under the IPC,
Indian Penal Code.
Indian Penal Code.
I don't know how many years in jail,
I don't know how many years in jail,
but please, I don't want to go to an Indian jail because you don't want to wear
I don't want to go to the Indian jail
because you don't want to wear a mask.
because you don't want to wear a mask.
Please cooperate.
So please cooperate.
And we're trying to raise some funds so that we can test out the devotees.
So we are trying to raise some funds so that we can test all the devotees
And help them with all their medical needs and things.
and help them with all the medical needs and things.
But donors are saying
But the donors are saying
if the devotees don't care themselves
if the devotees don't care for themselves,
to protect themselves,
why
why should we send money?
why should we send money?
So this thing is being discussed, and what DBC is saying, the managers in Mayapur see that everyone follows.
So this thing is being discussed, and the GBC is saying that the managers in Mayapur, they should see that these things are being followed.
Actually, they know that a great Vaishnava like Pankajangari leaving,
So actually we know that great Vaishnava like Pankajangari Prabhu is leaving
in the holy Dham,
in the Holy Dham.
simultaneously, very glorious.
Simultaneously, it is very glorious.
He'll go back to Godhead.
He'll go back to Godhead.
But at the same time,
But at the same time,
we're derived from his association.
we are deprived from his association,
That's very great loss.
and that's very great loss.
So, I humble plea, everybody, please take this lesson very seriously.
My humble plea to everybody, please take this lesson very seriously,
We should be very careful
that we should be very careful
while this present wave surge of infection
while the present wave or surge of this infection
going on.
is going on.
And they say that maybe after the second wave, maybe a third wave,
They
so on.
They say that maybe after the second wave, there might be a third wave and so on.
So we want all the devotees to stay healthy.
So we want all the devotees to stay healthy,
Certainly, Pankajangari would want that.
and certainly Pankajangari Prabhu would want that.
He took all the, he followed the medical advice
He followed the medical advice
to a certain point.
to a certain point,
And the medical team was trying to save him,
the medical team was trying to save him,
and all the devotees were working very hard.
and all the devotees were working very hard.
But maybe Krishna had another plan.
But maybe Krishna had another plan.
I think all the devotees,
I thank all the devotees,
all the doctors,
all the doctors,
the devotees that were chanting and praying
the devotees who were chanting and praying
for Pankajangari.
for Pankajangari.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.